So the day I did Spatial, it was still early enough in the day that I figured it'd be a good idea to reacquaint myself with Warrior Up. I had tried it, I think the season before, like once or twice. It didn't feel far off, but I don't know, I just could not do the second move without dabbing on the rock. And it was kind of egregious enough to the point where it was like, yeah, that bait is not gonna really work for me. Like, I don't wanna brace my leg against the rock.
Oh, yes!
And so going there for the first day, it was basically like, let's try and figure this out.
Lose like a week.
The whole wheel of Wolvo cave really turned into a routine for us, and it really wasn't a routine that was sustainable. Like, it started to get really not fun by the end. I mean, there's only so many times you can wake up at 5 in the morning, like be out the door by 5:30, drive up there, hike down, warm up on my tension board, warm up on the end of the boulder, do overcling traverse, absolutely annihilate the bottom for like the 50th time, and then just pump off the end. It was really frustrating when that happened, like 10, 15 days, and moving between distortion and wheel Wolvo, like it really felt like any day would be the day, but it felt like that for 15, 20 days in a row, and that was pretty hard to reckon with by the end of it.
You'd think a rest day would make me feel good, and instead I feel like...
It started to get really frustrating after a while, and for a time it was like, why am I doing this? Like, yeah, I'm trying to send the cave, trying to send all the climbs, like all the pieces are there, but it was a process for sure.
I'm kind of really pissed off at this fucking cave. I'm just fucking falling on these moves. It makes no sense. Unbelievable, man. This fucking always happens.
We were spending a lot of time in that cave last year. That was right about when half of a mountain fell down in RMNP. Unfortunately, it was like, well, Rocky's kind of like out of commission, and due to that, like a lot of things that I'd really set my sights on and gotten psyched on like the entire season leading up to the Alpine season was basically just confined to this cave now. And there's still other climbs like that I wanted to do, but it really just turned into this like time sink of, all right, let's go try something else, like get out of the cave for a day or an afternoon, and then we can go back and try and like hopefully that worked. One of the climbs I really wanted to do that season was Warrior Up. Pretty famous Lincoln hard boulder. That's just one of the ones that is kind of high on people's lists.
Yes, dude.
Sick.
Hell yeah. Done.
I was not expecting that at all. Sick, dude.
Yeah, it was nice to send that one and basically be like, well, did something. Like, just that cave, like I just done all the sections so many times, but certain configurations of them, like start on this start and go into this finish, or go into this finish, like they just eluded me. And you know, it was one of those, like I felt like I was like ahead, you know, like I felt like I already like paid my dues, like put in my time into the cave, like figured out everything there was to figure out except how to stand on top of the boulder. And it was I don't know, just didn't want to let that go to waste, and just really wanted to just suffer through it and finish off this cave, and then can never look back at it again and move on to some other stuff. But as long as it felt like there was still stuff that I could get done in there, like I was just forcing myself to go to this boulder day in, day out, just keep trying these link ups. So small arms used to be this B12, like nice line of crimps, kind of starting up the wall. It's just to the right of Honey Badger. There's a flexing like crimp rail thing at the top that broke off, and that was the crux, and it got a lot harder. Holds really just get worse as you go up, and the finish jug that you jump to, it's not even that good. Like, it's not something I'd want to jump to. But you don't really have any other option. The day that I did big arms was an interesting day. It's like hot at this point. It's probably like 11 a.m., like, you know, middle of July sun, so we're starting to feel it. And I was just like so mad. Like, there's another day that felt like it was wasted. Like, you know, what did I gain out of that day? Like before big arms, like pretty much nothing. Like I just got myself super worked up over this boulder and just start throwing myself at big arms, and like it's feeling okay, kinda. I'm figuring out the moves at least, like making them. I guess I'd already figured out the moves, but it seemed like it could go, and yeah, just keep falling, keep falling. I think I had a pretty nice wobbler one of the tries, and basically I turned my spotter and like...
I'm still scared. I seriously need to just like disregard my personal safety for this move.
Yo, Leighton, I need to like disregard my personal safety for this dyno or something. Like, you got me? It's like, yeah, I got you. And then did what I said I was gonna do and just threw myself at the last move as hard as I could. Like, I have come to realize that I climb a lot better when I'm calm and not worked up about stuff, and that was the rare occurrence where I just got so fired up from like, you know, the weeks leading up to that, that it was like, I'm do or die right now. Screw that pit behind me, I'm going for it.
Sick, I guess.
I don't really like thinking that a boulder may be impossible for me. Like, I don't know what it is, but that just pisses me off. Like, there might be a boulder out there that I can't do. Like, screw that, I'm gonna find a way.
Another day. Nice to do one of these exits. 2 left, and then never gotta climb here again. A little bit tired of waking up at 5:30 to get out here in time, so let's get it done today.
That whole sense of like, you know, the harder something is, the more it's going to be worth it. Like, you know, cliche expression, we all know it, but it's still true. Like, you know, the things that just feel impossible and just suck to try, and oh, I'm too short for this, oh, I'm too weak for that, you know, when you actually overcome those, like, feels nice. And, you know, it's hard to like deal with just failing endlessly. Like, you know, why am I going to go to this boulder? But this same thing's going to happen again. Gotten a lot better at managing emotions around that, but at the time it was like I had to force myself to just find a little win in every single session, especially on the boulders that like I maybe didn't want to really do. Like I wanted to do them, but like I wasn't psyched on them. It wasn't something that I was, you know, really looking forward to like getting up at 5 in the morning for. You know, like, oh man, I hope I send today. Oh, I hope I don't punt today. Yeah, I guess taking steps back and just realizing that like it is just a boulder, and this did feel better today. Like that foot move, the crux foot move, I did it every single try today. Like that's new. Things like that really felt like it kind of kept my head on my shoulders, honestly.